Good morning. It's Thursday. We're coming out of a split sleeper. We're trying to get to Coca-Cola in Savannah on time and then get on down the street to our next pickup to take to Unicoi, Tennessee for Friday. Are y'all ready to ride? It's early morning. We've got work to do. Let's go.
Rock and Roll Trucker.
This is the Rock and Roll Trucker. We're knocking out miles, we're eating good, we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Come along for a ride. Let's see where we can go today.
Y'all want to know the easiest way to keep a steering wheel holder busy for hours? Just show them that big dinosaur and tell them to show you how to get somewhere. They'll be busy for days trying to figure it out. Now you know. Alright people, we're underway. We pulled a split sleeper last night so we can make sure we get over here to Coca-Cola on time this morning and then get over to our other pickup. We are on I-16 staring at a lovely, lovely, lovely sunrise. We're headed for 95. We'll go up 95 a couple of miles and find our get off ramp and our exit. But man, it's a lovely morning this morning. You wouldn't look at it out here and think, man, this was essentially on the outer paths of a hurricane yesterday. It's like, I mean, you can clearly, it's wet everywhere. You can see that it did do there's all the signs in the world of a lot of rain, but man, the sky is absolutely gorgeous. Way up there ahead of it, you can't see it in the camera there up ahead of me. There's a whole long line of flashing lights up there. I guess it's utility and construction workers of some sort up there. I'm not sure. It didn't look like all utility trucks earlier when they passed me. They had a bunch of like the little roadside trailers and stuff, but they're running in a convoy like they're headed for something. I'm not really sure what they're going for. I don't know what the status report is on Savannah. I know that it wasn't at its peak most powerful when the storm went through Savannah, but it still looked pretty nasty, so I'm curious to see what it's like there, if they just got like strong tropical storm effects or if it was still like hurricane level. I don't know if anything's going to be closed down or there's going to be trees and power lines down or anything. It's going to be a surprise to me when I get there. Hopefully everything is intact and everybody's okay and we've got power at the warehouse I'm going to unload. Now, hopefully. We stayed at our Dublin, Georgia Wal Mart last night. I stopped short. I had time to get all the way to Coca-Cola, but there's nowhere to park there. And I was coming up on the rearmost part of the storm last night. If I had went all the way in, I would have completely caught up with the outside of it. So I opted to stop and just let everything go about its way and not get caught up in anything and deal with winds and stuff like that. And it must have really dumped a lot of rain around here. You look at the ground, and the ground looks completely fully saturated. I think it's been quite a few hours since any rain fell right through here in the section that I'm at, but man, the ground looks like it's just got water. You can tell it hasn't been able to swallow it all yet. There was a whole lot of rain fell here. We've still got we're still about 65 miles from being in Savannah, so I bet it was a wild night there last night, even if it was downgraded to a tropical storm by the time it got there. It was a pretty powerful storm when it hit landfall down in Florida and whatnot, so hopefully everybody's good up here. I'm sure there was a lot of damage and a lot of loss down there at the beginning paths of it all, but man, look at that out in front of me there, that golden, beautiful orange, all the colors, all the oranges, all the yellows on that sunrise up there. The camera's not even picking it up from a distance and doing it justice. It is absolutely stunning. Beautiful. It's amazing. You can have like such a destructive force come rolling through, and then the next morning it's like the most beautiful weather, beautiful skies you could ever imagine it'll be hotter later, but right now I'm only showing about 73 degrees. Gorgeous sunrise. Everywhere else is got a sky that looks like it's going to be crazy, crazy bright blue here in a little while once everything comes up. So, at least have not run into anything harsh yet. There's a tree down. Yeah, starting to get towards some stuff where you can see a little evidence of there having been a pretty serious storm here. Ground is looking wetter and wetter as we go down. I think we'll see some. I think we'll see some downed trees and stuff closer we get up here. But it looks like it's going to be beautiful weather. At least any emergency workers and cleanup crews and stuff look like they're going to have nice weather to contend with anyway during all of it. All the utility workers. Oh, excuse me. All the utility workers and stuff, as they get out and put the power lines and all back up, looks like they're not going to have to contend with anything harsh, so that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm going to get off of here, keep on driving. We're going to get to this here Coca-Cola. We're showing about 2 minutes behind now, but we'll be less than 10 minutes behind our 8 o'clock, and that's pretty much on time at a Coca-Cola there, so I'm going to get off and drive and get where we're going, and I'll get back with y'all when we head over to make our next pickup. How about that? Y'all be good, stay safe, have yourself something good to eat, do something fun, and I'll get back with you in a bit. Well, we made it here on time. We made it here early. I really thoroughly had it stuck in my head that I had an 8 a.m. appointment. And I did the split sleeper and all that. I got here and checked my app, and it was for 9:30. And they told me 9:30 when I got in the office. So I was here an hour and a half early. And they're backed up. And at the rate they're going right now, I don't foresee me making it over to pick this other load up on time on the scheduled appointment. So we'll see what happens. Man, I don't usually make mistakes and get places too early. I hadn't done that in a good while, but better early than late. I thought I was going to be a couple minutes late. I pretty much got here right on what I thought was going to be on time, and here we are. We sit and wait. There was 3 other trucks just from my, 2 others. There was 2 other trucks from my company here. One of them just got to pull out and leave a minute ago, and there's another one still sitting there, and the one still sitting there has been sitting there before I even got in here, so I don't have real high hopes of this going too quick right now. Most of the Coca-Cola places are pretty quick and efficient. This one is not doing so hot. Yeah, we'll see. That's my update. Nothing exciting. Beautiful weather here. I gotta tell you guys, it's showing 83 degrees right now, and for having a hurricane that went through here, or the remnants of it, there's not a cloud in the sky where I can see it right now. Just pure blue and sun. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely, lovely day out here. Hard to believe it was bad weather just a few short hours ago. Now, here I am. I'm not going to keep this going, because it's not going to be any fun for you to just sit here. Well, I'm not having any fun just sitting here. I'm going to get back here in the sleeper and find me a snack. Well, I had to get on too. I had my $22.90 tax, my heavy use tax for the truck was due. I had filed it a couple of months ago, and it opted to pay with check or money order. You can send it in later. It would defer it until the end of August. Well, I got up to the last couple of days and realized I didn't get that money order out, and that was due today. So I had to get on the phone and figure out a payment method I could do and everything. So I had to get my $22.90 tax paid up, and then I realized today my motorcycle tags expire. I had to get online and pay that up. So we're just throwing money out the window all morning today, doing stuff we'd forgotten about. Well, at least I got them before time, and they'll mail my tags, and they should be to the house before the next time I ride the motorcycle, so that'll work out. Everything worked out. Things are actually working out this week, kind of, sort of, so far. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Other than getting this load off here, but that's another story. But I'm gonna get off, get a snack. Not gonna make y'all wait with me. I'm not even having fun waiting. So why make you wait? It'll be like time travel. When I pop back on here, we'll be long gone from here and somewhere else. So it'll be like you guys didn't even have to wait. But I'll see y'all back again here in a little while. Y'all have a good morning, and I'll get back with you. Lord have mercy, y'all. That was not a quick process. As I mentioned in the other clip, I got here at 8 o'clock thinking I had an 8 a.m. appointment. It was not until 9:30. Well, it is now 12:07 in the afternoon, and I've just now gotten out from getting unloaded. We are 2.5 hours past even just what my 9:30 appointment was. So that was a fruitless endeavor. It lost me the load that I was on. We've got another driver stuck here waiting. He was not going to be able to make his next load, but I was going to be out before him, so they put me on his load. Well, I've still got a load, but it goes down around freaking Atlanta. You know how much I love that, and I lose about $150 worth of revenue on it. So if I get any detention time, it's basically going to end up only just making up for what I lost by losing the load from sitting here all this time. So just a complete lose-lose of a situation here, all too freaking together. There we go. This traffic got piled up on this road. Man, I had to have a truck from each direction let me go. Thank you, guys, gals, whatever you were in those trucks. I do appreciate it. But yeah, we essentially sat there so long that it cost us $150 worth of revenue. I've got another load, but it's going to the bane of my existence around Atlanta, and it cost me money. So we're not real happy at the moment. That was not fantastic. I don't know. I understood. I suppose they were probably on a delay from the hurricane and all the weather and everything. So, I mean, while I understand that they could have been delayed from that stuff, I also understand that they didn't really seem to have much going on their loading docks. They kept putting trucks in, but they were not getting in an expedient hurry whatsoever to unload the darn things. If you go back and look at their Google reviews, this is one Coca-Cola warehouse. Most of them have pretty good reviews and are pretty quick and accurate. Again, they could have been delayed from the weather. That would be understandable, but there was multiple people mentioning on the Google reviews these days that have been going there for a long, long time that have said they just, month after month, year after year, have been getting slower and slower at that place. And that's twice I've been there this week, and twice that I haven't been out of there, back out very quickly. So kind of losing a little bit of confidence there in the Savannah Coca-Cola plant there. I'm used to those ones in Chattanooga that go with some ferocity and get it done. Most of the ones in Atlanta, man, they get you in, get you out. One in Decatur, they get you in, get you out. Columbus, in, out. Tifton, in, out. I've been to a lot of Coca-Cola plants, and that by far is the slowest one I've been to. The one in Rome, get you in, get you out. Yeah, that one not so much. We'll let them, even though it costs them money, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on the count of they just had, part of a hurricane roll through here. I don't personally think that's the cause of the problem here, but we'll give them the benefit of the doubt this time, even though it's the second delay of the week there. Well, we're moving. We just pulled out of the gates. Hopefully we'll get a little detention time for our troubles, and maybe we'll get, a quarter or half of that $150 back in the end. I don't know. We'll see. We're on the way to the next spot. Reviews on it, not too bad. Everything says roughly an hour or so there, so maybe we'll look out and get in and out of there pretty easy. We'll see. But that's where we're at. We're going. You'll get to see me fuss and bitch and moan about Atlanta again tomorrow. I'm going to Lawrenceville technically, but you might as well call it Atlanta, and I'm going to end up probably with that stupid scrap paper load from the recycling plant, going to stupid Scottsboro, Alabama, and it'll be a whole entire wasted day again, like it always is. Oh, Lord, people, help me out here. It's all right, though. We're moving. We're alive. I've had some good fortune on other things today, so we're going to keep the positivity rolling. Yeah? Keep our chin up and make the rest of this, what's left of this week, good. Today is Aaron's birthday. Happy birthday, my dear. Happy birthday, my dear. Sorry I'm not home, but I'll be back soon, and hope you enjoyed your early birthday dinner Sunday night, and got you a little prize on the way today, and a little something on the way after that. It's just going to not be there on time, but happy birthday to my lady there. Well, that said, I'm going to go. I'm going to get over here, get checked in, and see what happens. Y'all be good until I get back in a little bit. See y'all. Bye. Oh, Lord, y'all, I'm so tired of this trucking industry. I'm so sick of it. Spent all that time at the Coca-Cola over there. What'd I say, from 8:02 to 12:06. There for over 4 hours total. Lost my load. Lost $150 worth of revenue. They gave me this new one. A beeline over here to get here, because I've got until 2 o'clock to pick it up, they said. I get here, 12:26, I walk in, there's signs all over the place. Closed for lunch from 12 to 1. They just completely shut the whole entire place down for an hour every day, apparently. Nobody stays on, they don't rotate it out, they don't just... So I gotta sit here for another half an hour wasted, doing nothing, not getting paid for any of it. Gah! So sick of being out here living in these trucks, not getting paid. And we're just expected to good Lord, it's just, well, that's just part of it. It's just the way it is. This industry sucks, y'all. I'm here to tell you, it's what I know, it's what I do, it's what I've done for a long time, it's what I'll be doing for a while longer for sure, but make no mistakes about it. This industry sucks. It just sucks. There's some good points. There's some fun times in every now and again, but the bull crap far outweighs it anymore. It's just all it is just selling your life and your moments of time away for nothing. Lord have mercy. And so many times I've been to these places, no matter what time you get to them, it's always lunchtime. It's either break time or lunchtime. Break time or lunchtime. Always. Always. Gets tiresome, y'all. Gets tiresome. I didn't mean to rant and bitch. I said I was going to keep it positive and just let me get this out of my system. We'll get back to being happy. But I just can't have a steady day without bullcrap. Tired, man. Tired, girls. Tired, y'all. Tired, everybody. This is old. It's unnecessary. It's not right the way any of this stuff works. It is what it is, as I always say. I have way too many occasions to say it is what it is. Oh well. We'll sit and wait because we don't have any other choice but to sit here and lose more moments of my life away from my home for no money whatsoever. Alright, it's all good. I'll be back with y'all here in a little while. Rant over. Oh, people. Full out of loves. My trailer needed a mud flap. It's their trailer. My truck, their trailer. I went in here, check. I was going to have the shop do it at Love's because I didn't want to fool with it myself. And they said it was going to be probably an hour and a half just to slap a mud flap on it. All right, just to slap a mud flap on it. I said nope. Called them up and said, can I just buy this myself and slap it on there and save myself, an hour? I said sure. I went in there, grabbed myself some food, got the mud flap, got out here, started trying to get the bracket popped apart to hang the flap on and put it back on, and good Lord, them nuts and bolts didn't want to come off of there. And it's about a good 100 degrees with about 1,000,000% humidity out there right now. And I fought with that thing for about a good half an hour trying to get those nuts off of there, get those bolts out of there, get that flap hung on there. Man, I worked up a sweat. I was dry when I went in the store, I was dry when I came out, and soaking wet when I just now got back behind the steering wheel here. That was not enjoyable. That was not enjoyable. But we got the mud flap on there. We don't got to worry about having the old coppers pull up behind me and pin the rap on me for not having a mud flap on there now, alright? So we did good. We did some manual labor. We did something ourselves instead of waiting on the shop. I don't have time for such things, to wait an hour and a half for a mud flap. Nay, nay, nay. Not on this day. Not on any day, as long as I'm able. Although, by the time I got done with that, I was like, man, I wish I'd have just waited the hour and a half. But we're on the move again. Now, we had a problem, we rectified it. We adapted, we overcome. It was a mud flap. I'm acting like I just scaled Mount Everest or something. Say, it's not that big a deal, idiot. It's just a mud flap. I gotta tell you, when it's this hot outside, that just a mud flap, boy, it turns into a little bit of a booger of a job when the things don't want to come apart. When the mechanical hardware there don't want to cooperate, turned into an ordeal. Yes, sir. That did turn into an ordeal. Not enjoyable. 1 out of 10. Wouldn't recommend. No. But again, we got it done. But not rocket surgery. Rocket surgery. Not brain science or rocket surgery. What am I talking about over here? We were talking about rocket surgery and brain science. Yeah. But yeah, at least I know. It's good to know how to use at least basic hand tools, y'all. Don't go through life without knowing how to at least turn a wrench. Yeah, little stuff like that. Ain't no sense in having a problem and sitting there waiting on somebody else to take care of it for you. If you're a capable human being of doing it. Granted, it's not my trailer, but it is my time, right? So I don't want to. My time is my most valuable asset. So that was my adventure there. We eventually got loaded up over there at that place and got away. We're on the move. We're about to jump back on 16. We're headed for Lawrenceville, Georgia. Somewhere in there, it is imperative that, especially now, after that little venture, that I get a dadgum shower, y'all. I need to be clean. Be riding around dirty like this. No. I got some shower credits left for the pilot right now, so we're gonna hunt us down a pilot. Yeah, we're gonna get that shower courtesy of the truck stop there. I'm gonna hop off of here, get to driving, find this mud flap. I done found the mud flap, stupid. You done found it, you idiot. Yeah, I found the mud flap and all the heat and the sweat that came along with putting it on. I don't see any other heroes around here. I'm gonna go find that shower, get clean, look presentable for all you people. I want to look like a classy individual that represents himself well, that doesn't ride around nasty. So when you see me again, hopefully I'll be nice and clean. Yes, I'll see y'all then. Hang out and be good till I get back. Well, folks, as you can see, we're chilling in the sleeper. It means we're done driving for the day. We found our way over to a Wal Mart off of 441. We're about 70 miles or so from where we've got to be tomorrow. And I got here early enough, and my appointment is in time enough tomorrow where I can actually wind down for the evening. I went and roamed around Walmart, bought a few things. I can stretch my legs, I can do a little exercising. I got me some snack. I got me some dinner in the microwave earlier. Finally get to wind down. I didn't get my shower I wanted, but we're going to rectify that. It's a rather uneventful day, I suppose. You saw my frustrations with time being wasted earlier, and it's becoming more and more a regular part of trucking these days. So, excuse me if I get a little bent up about it sometime and get a little vocal, get a little passionate about it. I can't help it. This is my way to vent. This is my counseling here. I get to get stuff off my mind, off my chest. Get it out in the air, out in the open, out of me. Makes me feel better getting it out. Everybody, some people might take me the wrong way when I fuss like that. Think I'm just being a whiny turd. And sometimes in the moment I am, but it gets it out of me, right? Yeah. Yep. Well, that's not a bad way to kill an evening, though. This is one of the Wal Marts you can park at are getting few and far between. So it's always good to me to find ones that still do allow you to park, and it's important that we take care of those places. Go in and buy a little something, and don't throw anything in the parking lot. Don't pee in the parking lot. Don't dump your cigarette butts out in the parking lot. Don't dump your peanut shells out in the parking lot. Don't drop your bag of trash or your pee bottle out there. You know, go buy you a cold drink and, you know, or whatever you need out of there, and just park off way off to the sides or out in the way, you know, out of the way in the areas where there's not many cars. Stay out of the way, keep it clean, and let's keep these places. Walmarts are great places to park when we don't abuse them. That's one of my favorite places to stay. And just have access to everything I need, you know, either before they close, you know, before bed, or, you know, if I get here after they're closed, I'm generally not going to be leaving until, you know, they're already open in the morning, and I got access to it in the morning. And they're generally pretty quiet when they let you know at the ones you can stay at, and I don't ever get bothered by anybody at Walmarts, and it's just one of my favorites. It's been for years, ever since I started trucking, been one of my favorite places to park. Yeah. With that said, I suppose it's time to do the rock and roll part of the Rock and Roll Trucker. I was scrolling through some music today, and I was feeling in a heavy mood today. Wanted to hear something heavy, and I was scrolling through, and it gave me a list of things I haven't listened to in a while. And one of them was from one of my favorite bands. I wasn't all that familiar with them until like 2019, 2020, something like that. There was a music festival Aaron and I went to with my oldest kiddo very early on when we'd gotten together there. And we saw this band called Power Trip. I researched a lot of the bands that were on the lineup that I'd not heard of, and these guys, I was like, I gotta check these guys out. We went over there and checked them out. Pretty sure they're from the great state of Texas, if I remember right. And they were kind of on pace and making waves to be one of the young, next impactful, like thrash metal style bands. They were a little heavier. They were a little beyond thrash, I guess, but they're kind of in that vein, like new American heavy metal. And unfortunately, a year or so ago, was it last year, the year before, their very charismatic singer, vocalist Riley Gale passed away. He passed away way too soon, and he was a young guy. They were right mid-stride of making their mark and really moving up the ladder, getting ready to be somebody, be one of the next bands in that genre. And unfortunately, he passed away. Before he passed away, they dropped an album called Nightmare Logic, and it became very quickly one of my favorite things to listen to ever. I love everything they released. Everything they released is good, but that Nightmare Logic was one that was kind of starting to, really branch them out a little further. They've been making a pretty good buzz for themselves, from their live shows and underground stuff and everything, and relentless touring and their earlier, releases and stuff. Nightmare Logic was kind of a step up for them and was really, kind of putting them in place to be one of the next bigger things in that world. And he unfortunately passed away, but that Nightmare Logic, that's my album recommendation right now. Power Trip, Nightmare Logic. If you're into the thrash. Again, it's a little heavier than thrash. It's a little grittier. There's something about it. I don't know how to put my finger on it. A lot of the music is almost like obituary, but it's not really death metal style music as far as the vocals and lyrical content goes, but the music is kind of in that vein almost. It's not death metal, but it's a little beyond thrash, but it still has a lot of the thrash elements. Just good heavy freaking metal. And let's keep Riley Gale's legacy alive. Pull up any of their stuff, but particularly their album Nightmare Logic up, and give it a play on whatever platform you listen to. Keep that guy's legacy going, because he's gone way, way too soon, and that band was destined for much bigger things, and it was a bummer to see him pass. That's my rock and roll recommendation for today. Power Trip. Yeah. Nightmare Logic is the album. I got a little reflective there. I hate it when my favorite musicians disappear way too soon like that. It's happened a lot in my life, a lot in everybody's life, but particularly people I really hold in high regard. Yeah, it's a bummer. But I don't want to get things down here. It's truly great music, and I really encourage y'all to take a listen to that if you're into that kind of music. With that said, I'm going to keep chilling out for a little while. So I'm going to let y'all go. I'll edit this up, and I'll get it up for one or two or three of you's viewing pleasure there. It'll catch fire one of these days. I'll make that one video that just everybody's got to see. And till then, I'll keep hacking away at it, and I appreciate every one of you that do bother to watch. And if you are watching for the first time and you made it this far, please hit that subscribe button or that like button, or leave a comment or any of the above, or call me a butthole and you wish I'd never show up on your phone again. Just participate with me one way or the other. Preferably hit that subscribe button. If not, that's okay. I understand. It's fine. But come back and watch another video if you want to. I appreciate that too. I'm going to go. Whatever time it is, wherever you're at, morning, noon, night, breakfast, lunch, dinner, you'll have a good whatever it is where you're at. Be good at it. And as Red Green said, if the ladies can't find you attractive, make sure they at least find you handy. That's a little paraphrasing, but the message stands. I'm going to go. I'll see y'all on the next round. We'll go for another ride. Y'all be good. See y'all soon.